In the winter of 1959, deep in the icy wilderness of the Ural Mountains, 9 experienced Soviet hikers met a terrifying and mysterious end. Their bodies were found scattered across the snow, some barely clothed, others with injuries no human should survive, yet no one had any answers. Their tent was slashed open, from the inside. One hiker had her tongue missing. Another had a skull fractured so badly, it rivaled a car crash. And to this day, over 60 years later, no one truly knows what happened. This is the story of the Dyatlov Pass incident. The group consisted of 10 hikers, all from the Ural Polytechnic Institute. These weren't amateurs. They were young, energetic, and well-trained. Their leader was Igor Dyatlov, a 23-year-old engineering student known for his calm, tactical thinking. Their goal was a 300-kilometer trek through the northern Ural Mountains, classified as a Grade 3 hike, the most difficult at the time. On January 27, 1959, the group set off. One hiker, Yuri Yudin, had to turn back due to illness. He would become the only survivor. The remaining 9 pressed forward, unaware that they were heading straight into one of the most perplexing unsolved mysteries of the 20th century. On February 1st, the group made camp on the slope of Kholat Syakhl, a name the local Mansi people called Mountain of the Dead. They pitched their tent on a steep incline, strange for such skilled hikers, but maybe they were too tired to look for better ground. That night, something happened. Something so sudden and terrifying that they ripped their way out of the tent, barefoot and barely dressed, and ran into the pitch-black forest in sub-zero temperatures. But what could have caused that kind of panic? Weeks passed. When the hikers failed to return, a massive search began. On February 26, rescuers found their tent, collapsed and cut open from the inside. Around the area, they found the first 2 bodies, near a forest edge, barefoot, in underwear, lying beside the remains of a small fire. 3 more bodies were discovered along a line leading back to the tent, likely killed while trying to return. But it was the last 4 bodies, found 2 months later under several feet of snow, that shocked everyone. One had her tongue missing. Another had massive chest fractures. One had his skull smashed. And yet, there were no external wounds, as if crushed by extreme pressure. The official cause of death? A compelling natural force. What does that even mean? What exactly happened that night? Over the decades, theories have poured in. Let's explore the most prominent, and the strangest. 1. Avalanche theory. The most accepted explanation is a small slab avalanche. According to this theory, snow piled above the tent shifted, causing panic. The group believed they were in danger and fled, only to freeze to death. Some theorists say the injuries match what happens in slab avalanches: heavy pressure, no visible external wounds. But critics argue there was no sign of an avalanche when rescuers arrived. The tent wasn't buried. And why camp on a known avalanche slope? 2. Infrasound panic. Another theory is less physical, more psychological: infrasound. Under rare wind conditions, mountains can create low-frequency sounds humans can't hear, but can feel. These frequencies are known to cause extreme discomfort, panic, and hallucinations. Could this have triggered a mass psychotic episode, causing the group to flee irrationally? Interesting idea, but still, why wouldn't they return to the tent once the fear passed? Three. Military tests. Some believe the hikers stumbled into a top-secret Soviet military experiment, possibly involving parachute mines, missiles, or chemical weapons. This would explain the strange orange skin and hair discoloration on some bodies, the radioactive traces found on some clothing, and the suspicious behavior of Soviet authorities. But again, no blast marks, no metal debris, no official confirmation. 4. Something stranger. And then, there are the fringe theories. Some locals reported strange lights in the sky that night. Some say it was aliens, others claim a Yeti or Mansi shamanic curse. While these are often dismissed, one must ask: if it wasn't an avalanche? If it wasn't panic? If it wasn't weapons? Then what was it? In 2019, after renewed pressure from the public, Russia reopened the case. Their final conclusion? Avalanche. But independent experts and the public remain skeptical. Too many questions remain. Why was the tent cut open from inside? Why did they run undressed into freezing cold? How did some suffer fatal injuries while others froze? And why did the Soviet Union seal documents and close the area to the public for years? Officially, the case is closed. Unofficially, it's more mysterious than ever. 9 lives were lost on that mountain. 9 families were left with more questions than answers. And one of the most chilling mysteries of the 20th century remains unsolved. Was it nature? Was it human error? Or something beyond our understanding? This is the enduring enigma of the Dyatlov Pass incident. And maybe, just maybe, some mysteries are meant to stay buried in the snow.